So I just saw Spider-Man Homecoming and I thought I would review it, share my opinion. Tom Holland is back as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, and he's great. In my opinion, he's the best Spider-Man actor. He's a great Spider-Man and he's a great Peter Parker. Like Tobey Maguire wasn't a good Spider-Man at all. Andrew Garfield wasn't. I mean, he was fine as Peter Parker, but Tom Holland is great as both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. The fight scenes were good, nothing we haven't seen before, although they incorporated Spider-Man's webbings really well into the fight scenes. This movie had a lot of jokes, which is something you should expect from a Spider-Man or Marvel movie, and almost all the jokes landed. Spider-Man, Ned Leeds, and Aunt May were the funniest characters, and whenever Spider-Man interacted with a bystander, it was just so funny. This movie introduced us to 3 new villains: the Thinkerer, which he was really small, the Shocker, and the Vulture. The Vulture was obviously the main villain. And even though this movie introduced 3 new villains, it didn't feel overcrowded like previous Marvel movies. It's probably because this movie had one main villain and then his henchmen. And his henchmen, the Shocker, and then the Thinkerer who made his gadgets. They weren't 3 separate villains like Electro and Green Goblin from The Amazing Spider-Man 2 or Sandman and Venom from Spider-Man 3. Speaking of the Vulture, Michael Keaton was great. He was great as the human Adrian Toomes and as also the Vulture. The Vulture was probably one of the best MCU villains, which MCU has a couple good villains. I actually made a video about this. Go watch it. It's in the description. And the Vulture would probably be in the top 3 on the list now. He's one of the best. He's really menacing, and he poses a much bigger threat than the Vulture ever did in the comics or in any animated version. There's a really great twist near the end of the movie involving 2 of the main characters. It really worked. It worked really well, and I didn't see it coming at all. The only problem I have with this movie is the Michelle character, the one that Zendaya is playing. She was an okay character. She wasn't bad. She was actually kind of funny. But then she said the line, and I quote, "My friends call me MJ." That is so stupid. She's literally the polar opposite of Mary Jane from the comics. Overall, this is one of the better Spider-Man movies. It's definitely better than Spider-Man 1, 2, or 3. Definitely better than Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't know if it's better than Amazing Spider-Man. That movie's really good. And it had some really funny jokes, some okay good action, and I give it a 9.5 out of 10.